The Tattered Journal. In a sleepy village nestled between the mountains and the sea, there stood a quaint little bookshop called Whispers of the Past. The owner, Mrs. Alder, was a quiet woman with silver-streaked hair and kind eyes, known for always having a cup of tea and a good story to share. One rainy afternoon, a teenage boy named Leo wandered into the shop. He wasn't much of a reader, he preferred games and gadgets, but the storm had forced him off his bike and into shelter. With nothing else to do, he browsed the shelves with a sigh. As he moved along the dusty corners of the shop, his eyes landed on a thin, weather-beaten journal with a cracked leather cover and no title on the spine. It looked like it had survived a war. Curious, Leo picked it up. "Why would anyone keep something so ugly?" he muttered. Mrs. Alder, who had appeared beside him without a sound, smiled mysteriously. "That one? It's my favorite." Leo raised an eyebrow. "Seriously?" She nodded. "Open it." Skeptically, Leo flipped through the first pages. They were handwritten, old, faded ink, but beautiful penmanship. As he began to read, the words pulled him in. It was a journal, yes, but not an ordinary one. It belonged to a girl named Elise, who had lived during the war that passed through their valley nearly 80 years ago. Each entry was raw and powerful, moments of fear, stolen joy, resilience, and dreams of peace. She wrote poems on torn scraps, sketched portraits of fellow villagers, and even left notes in the margins about the future she hoped for. For over an hour, Leo sat on the floor of the shop, lost in Elise's world. When he finally looked up, the storm had passed, and the sun cast golden light through the windows. "I never would have guessed all that was in here," he said softly, still holding the journal like it was something sacred. Mrs. Alder smiled again. "Funny how people and books can surprise you when you give them a chance." From that day on, Leo visited Whispers of the Past every week, always searching for the hidden stories in worn-out covers and forgotten pages. Moral: never judge a book, or a person, by its cover alone. The most extraordinary stories are often hidden behind the plainest exteriors.